Good afternoon, everybody.
It is Saturday, October the 4th, 2025, and we're here at the VJMC show, and that is Rick Motorcycle Electrics waving at us in the background. We'll give him a plug. Yeah, he's also a VJMC member and #1 supporter. So y'all send him some business. But here we are with our volunteers. We're opening up for our show today. We're going to walk through and look at all the bikes, and we're going to look at the people. We're going to start at one end of this thing and walk all the way to the other end. We're here at the beautiful Barber Vintage Motorsports compound, museum, racetracks, everything they have. If you want it and it has to do with motorcycles, or even a lot of vintage sports cars, they have an example of it here. You just can't do any better than a long weekend at the Barber Vintage Motorsports Festival. Let's start right here with some tiddlers. How about this little SL70? $1971. Then we'll swap over here. 1969 Z50 K1. Fully restored. Like a brand new penny. Yes, they had tail lights and headlights on them, and yes, you could register them and drive them on the street at one time. Actually, you still can, because if they were street legal then, they're street legal now. Let's swing over and take a look at this Trail 90. I love the orange Hondas. This is a 1972. Of course, it has the 2-speed gearbox back here for the countershaft sprocket. This one has a desirable rare accessory, this canteen for spare gasoline, and the altitude compensated carburetor. This one here is done up terrific. Oh, now here's a beauty you don't see very often. Check out this 1957 Tohatsu PA 57. Here it is right here. Now that is a rare machine. It appears to be an original survivor condition, which means it's got some corrosion, it's got some ding, but where else are you going to see one of these? An old Japanese license plate on the back, wicker basket, has a little toolbox here. Look at the size of that rear sprocket relative to the size of the engine. And that is a 1957 Tohatsu. Over here, we have a 71 Kawasaki KB75. ST90. This one was the subject of a restoration article in the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle magazine, which you can only get by joining the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club. Go to VJMC.org for more information. The ST90 was the CT70's big brother. It was never as popular, which I don't understand why. It has bigger wheels on it. It's actually a lot more rideable motorcycle, especially for us larger guys. Right beside it, we have a 1970 Z50, splendid in yellow. Looking good. That's an owner's manual with it. And next to that, there's a 68 Honda CM91. Now here's the thing to remember about these old step-through Hondas. The model number does not always correspond to the engine size. For example, I had a CT200, but it was 90cc. This says CM91, but it's a 90cc. Fully enclosed chain. Always a wonderful thing, as long as you remember to check it, it was actually better. How about here's something we don't see a lot of, the step-through Yamahas. Happy to see this one. 1972 Yamaha U7E. Yamaha 75. Electric start. Closed chain. Here we go. 1970 Kawasaki Bushmaster. It says Suzuki on the headlight tag, but it's Kawasaki. Hey man, how's it going? One of the nice little crankcase inducted 2-strokes. The carburetor is not on the back of the cylinder, it's under this cover, right here, if you're not familiar with them. And of course, everybody's perennial favorite, the Trail 70. Like I showed you, the ST90 a while ago is actually this bike's bigger brother. But these are the ones that everybody loves. Fold down handlebars. This one has been restored to like new condition. Now, I don't see a sale tag, not a sale tag, a show tag on this one, but I'm still going to show it to you anyway just because I think it looks good.
Register right now.
All right.
They wanted me to look at it and see if he qualified. It looks like he does.
Well, it's definitely got the stock 4 and the 4 pipes on it.
Yeah.
That's a nice little 754. Here we go, Yamaha's 1970 DT1C. Next to that is an RD400. See if I can get back away from it and give you a better look at it. Because we got a lot of bikes entered in the show today. We're piled up. This is a 1976 RD400. And step up a year next to it, we have a 1977 RD400. This one in blue. Matching bell helmet.
You like RDs? You like this RD4?
Yeah, I'm doing the official YouTube channel for the VJMC. Yeah, I love these. And then right next to it, we'll jump up 2 years ago to a 79 RD400F Daytona Special. These were the last of the factory 2-strokes. They had so many advantages over 4-strokes when it came to power delivery, weight, and handling. That is a shame to see them go away for emissions. Right beside that, one of my favorites, a 1972 R5C. This This is a 350cc. I think the biggest difference between this motor and the later models, besides the crankcase, is the fact that the R5C did not have reed valve induction. But it's a beautiful machine. I love the early 70s Yamahas. They are some of the best looking out there. And as always, to get in on this fun, you need to join the VJMC at VJMC.org. Right next to it, another old Yamaha. Way back on the time machine here. 1968 YL1. Now we're going to come over here to a 1973 RT3 360. Back down the Yamaha aisle and get to the second row here. And we'll come back in here. This is the Yamaha XT 550. In all honesty, these old Yamaha XTs are one of the best dual sports made. I had a 600 years ago and really loved it. This one's got some wear on it, but it's all stock, which is what really counts for this show. Of course, right next to it is an 84 RZ350. These were the swan song of the road-going two-strokes from Yamaha. This one is beautiful. Got the Kenny Roberts signature on the fairing. Next, we have a 71 XS650. Very nice old bike. Lots of good details on this one. Then next to it is another 650 Yamaha 75 XS 650B. Yamaha YDS3C. Really cool old scrambler. Very unique historical artifact there. You just don't see that many of the old Yamaha two-strokes. But they have the auto lube injection system. This one is a beauty. Here we go. 68 Yamaha YR2C 350.
I'm Tom Kalenko with the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club, and we are in the People's Choice voting period. From noon till 3 o'clock, go to the table, pick up a ballot, got a little golf pencil to make your selections there. You go down the line and the bikes are laid out in the order of the ballot. Fiddlers under
Go back up here and take a look at this Honda. We'll start with this 69 CB750 Sandcastle.
When you get the ballot, clean it, turn it in, put it in the ballot box here. They'll give you a ticket.
Next up is a 67 Honda 305 Scrambler.
Vote often.
CL77.
Thanks for coming. We got 81 bikes this year in this show.
These are wonderful bikes to ride. If you've never ridden one and you get a chance, you should.
People find out where we're located.
This one actually has the muffler on the end of it. Normally that's the first thing that got lost when these bikes were new. Another 69 CT90 Trail 90. Nice looking rider bike. And beside that we have a CB450. 1969 CB450. Check out this Scrambler right next to it. This one has definitely been seeing some miles. 1964 CL72. It was built as a tribute to the ones that went out for the Cycle World trail ride on the Baja Peninsula years ago. It's really cool. Next year, we have one of our favorite club members, Lloyd, and he is polishing up his XL 250, which is a beautiful restoration. And it runs good too. Little details count. He's even got the decals on the back fender. These little decals like this are amongst the first things to disappear most of the time. But you did a great job on this one.
I'm watching the video.
Have another Trail 90. Another well-written one.
Looks like mine there. It's got all that oil dripping on it.
Yeah. Well-written. Now there's one over there at the other end that looks like they should look new, with all the options and accessories. But I bet this one has more fun.
Oh yeah.
1974 CL 450. SL 350 Motorsport. 1971. The Honda Collection Hall decal on the back. And here we have a CL 350 with the Flying Dragon bodywork set. Most people don't realize that was an actual dealer installed option rather than factory. It didn't come on the bikes, but it was installed by the dealerships. It was sold by Honda as an optional accessory. And it does look good. If you want to grab attention, show up on the Flying Dragon. The owner even has the order codes and stuff for it. Once again, another correct restoration with all the decals. Right next, we have another CB750, 1970. Beautiful bikes in this show today. Come back by 71 CB750.
Oh yeah, see how smooth that is.
I just love the 4 and the 4 pipes on these old Hondas. These things sound good. Here's a really nice restored CB554. And yes, if you're not familiar with them, they have cocktail shaker mufflers on them from the factory. 71. I love the green colorway. Not perfect, but it's a really nice example. Here is a 554 Super Sport. The CB400 was not the only bike to have these pipes like this. This is a factory set. This is a factory original motorcycle. Restoring one of these and you want a reference to what it should look like, save this video and come back and watch it often. And over here we have another original paint CB125 Super Sport. Kind of laughable thinking of a 125S, but hey, we loved them when we were younger and smaller. I know the owner of this one, and it's all original too. Here we go. Now let's give it some rare 80s gold. 1987 NSR 250. Two-stroke Honda race bike. Now let's take a look at the Silver Wing here. GL 500 Silverwing. 1981 model. If you went touring and you didn't feel like holding up a gold wing, here's your next best bet right here. Fully protected, reliable as gravity, and worth every penny. An 84 XL 350R. It looks like it's got a twin cylinder, but it's a single with 2 exhaust ports. Really a fantastic dirt trail, dual port riding. Let's take a look at the other Hondas before we go on. Of course, Honda is the biggest class because, well, let's face it, Honda dominates in motorcycle sales. Here we have a 1965 Honda Super Hawk. Right next to it is another Super Hawk 305. Another one to come back and look at over and over again as a reference. It is beautifully preserved. Up next is CB200T Twin. Right next to it is a 74 CB200. Let's step out here. We got a 1970 Honda SL100. Switch over here to a 73 CB750. Right next to that one we have an RN73 CB750. CB750s, let's look at this brown 71. It's a fairly unique color. Beside that we have a 76 GL1000 Goldwing. Well, when you think of Goldwings, you think of big, heavy, ponderous touring bikes, but the early unfaired ones were actually wonderful to ride and reminded you of any other early 70s super bike. Which is what they were originally intended to be. Now let's come over here and take a look. We got a CX650E. This is an unusual model. Most time when you think of Honda CXs, you think of ugly, reliable messenger bikes. but the 650E was a horse of a different color. It looks really good. And right next to it is fairly underrated 80s cruiser, sort of cruiser, the V45 Sabre. All of these V4 Hondas were fantastic. Let's come up here. We got an NX250. $1988. Right next to that is the Nighthawk 700S from 1985. This one is mini mint. Right down there, the 16-inch wheel on the front. Black chrome pipes. Right next to that is a Nighthawk 650, which is still a nice bike, but was never as popular as the 700S. The 83 model. Next to this is an 87 Honda Super Magna. This bike was a 2-year special, and yes, this bike is 100% bone stock. Not being up on my history, I can't remember which year were 700s and which year were 750s. So I'm hoping to spot an ID mark on the engine. But this is a beauty, and it's very well preserved. Again, this is another one where if you want to see what a factory stock one looks like, that is totally unmodified, you should check it out. Let's go look at some Suzukis now. '68 Suzuki Cobra. All right, next to that we have a GT250. '76 model. Now here you go, if you were a squiddly dirt bike rider or dual sport rider, this was your machine. The big and bad Suzuki TS 400. The 1972 model. Over here we have an RE5 rotary. Very unusual engine configuration, Wankel engine. As far as I know, only Suzuki and Hercules actually produced rotary engine bikes, but if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will show up in the comment section and let me know. Carburetor is mounted here. Has a cool dash cover on it. The dash pod with the speedometer and all resembled an old Enduro map. Here's a GT750L. Water-cooled two-stroke. Here we have Kawasaki, but first let's go look at the rest of the Suzuki. I hadn't even realized that I ran out of road. We got so many nice bikes here. Come back down here to this Suzuki Stinger, 1969. Very nice. Horizontal two-cylinder. Nearly horizontal. Not quite horizontal, but almost. Next to that is a GT 185, 73 model. And I was hoping somebody would bring one of these, either a 500 or a 550. Here it is, a Suzuki GT 550. One of my favorite bikes. The ram air cooling system. Had a scoop mounted on top of the head to direct air across the cylinder head fence. Check it out. Of course, these old Suzuki bikes are also very popular with custom builders because they want to grab the twin leading shoe front brake off of them, which is one of the best Japanese TLS brakes available. Right next to that, we have another beautiful water-cooled 750 Water Buffalo. I love it when they come with accessories like a matching helmet. That is cool. Now, let's get over here and look at some of these Kawasaki, shall we? '74 Z1A. King of the Hill in the 70s. And in all honesty, in the 80s, and you still see quite a few of them rolling down the strip at local drag strips even today. Next to it is a 1975 Z1B. It's not actually in the show, but I have to at least show you a peek of this ELR. This is a nice looking motorcycle. Now let's come back over here and check out the Kawasaki Ninja 750, I believe. 900, excuse me. I guess I should have got closer. But really, unless you can read the engine, it's hard to tell the difference. GPZ 900. This would have been something I would have lusted after in high school. Still has the break-in caution sticker on the tachometer. Now let's go back up here to the other Kawasaki. Like I said, if you've never been to the Barber Vintage Festival, you really need to put it on your list. There's just as much bike show in the parking lot sometimes. 36 KZ900 LTD. Actually preferred the LTD models for riders. They were sort of semi-Japanese cruisers, but with plenty of power. There we go. I love it when you see the pictures of them fresh out the barn. Look at that photo right now, and then remember this bike when you see it. Amazing transformation. Here we have a 1973 Z1. Here's something you didn't see that much of a Z2. There just weren't that many of them available for the longest time, and they were kind of lost in the shadow of their 900 brother. But they were there for the people that didn't have the money for the insurance on the 900. And today they're a collector's item also. This one is beautiful. The JDM model. I love it when the owners put a lot of information with the bike. Here we have a 78 KU250. These are nice, fun, reliable dual sports. Now let's move on to the competition bikes. Kawasaki H1R, 1971. Then we have an H2R, 1973.
Team Hansen USA Factory
H2R.
Up next is a Kohatsu Sport.
I think those gas tanks.
Another one of the orphan brands.
These things are fun to see. And finally, let's go to a Yamaha 360. YZ360, 1975. Like I said, it's wonderful to come see these bikes on display at this show. Man, this is a great event. You really need to be here. Everybody should try it out at least once. that concludes our show portion of the video. We'll be back just very shortly soon for the award ceremony. And do not forget,
this is not the
you can join the VJMC at www.vjmc.org.
They're going to make you fight, and they've got playmakers, and you know, I think there's a lot.
Welcome to the 20th anniversary of the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Show at the Barber Vintage Festival. We're going to conduct the award ceremony now, and I just want to give you a little bit of background about this particular event. There's many people on the board that have worked long hours to make this happen, even though it's just once a year. It was a complex year. This is our new location, and it took a while to get this down. They gave us this space, which is amazing. This is amazing. They offered it to us, and I couldn't affirm the decision quick enough before they changed their minds. So this is primo space. This would probably cost us, if we were Ducati or Yamaha or that, probably $50,000 to $80,000. And it's never been used or commercially available for rental. So we have the first people to do an event on this space. And if I had my way with a shovel, this turf is better than my front lawn. So I would have taken some of the turf as a souvenir. So I'd like to introduce some of the board of directors members that come on their own time and travel expenses. The board doesn't pay for that. So I'd like to introduce, I'm from Georgia, Kennesaw, Georgia. We've got Ellis Holman, raise your hand, from Indiana. We've got Randy Mays, right there from North Carolina, and Floyd Finch behind the camera here from South Carolina. We also have from Tennessee, Bill Gray, and Bill's our treasurer. He's a CPA, just amazing to work with him. Now I want to thank folks that put on the Misfits Bike Show there, and that was Mike Long, there's Mike, and Floyd Finch right here. So that takes a little bit of work. And the sounds judging folks were Ellis Holman with his decimeter. And we really need more people for that sound show. This year we had classes with one person. Did they win a trophy? Yes, they did. They got it right there. But you didn't compete. We made them fire the bike up, so it had to run to make sound. But that was make a sound and win a trophy type of thing. And a couple classes with 2 entries. So if you want to have fun, bring something that's going to be up there, about 140 decibels if possible. And we didn't use the crowd control as a factor this time, but the crowd typically gets into what they support. So in the future, hopefully more of you will come to the event and support that crowd. Now I want to look at the major benefactors of this event, and that's the whole Barber team. I mean, the tickets right now at the gate are $95 for the weekend. If you're a member of this club, you got it free for bringing a box stop bike to this show. They've honored that for 20 years now. You also get a parking pass. That's $50. You park in lot T, or the tech lot this year. And then parade laps of the track are $60 each lap this year. All right, now that's going to go on tomorrow morning. We typically get 2 laps. So if you add that up, $95 ticket plus the $50 parking pass plus 1 parade lap, that's $205 value for bringing a box stop bike. But only if you're a VJMC member. No other club gets this at Barber. Show scorer, that's my brother Marty Kalenko. Keith Wells, where's Keith? Raise your hand, where's Marty? Alright, there we go. And Steve Adams, they're the sound folks. And Ellis Holman is right there. So a lot of work's falling on a few people's shoulders. So if you notice, we have table and participate, just let us know. See any of the folks we've identified, and they will alert you to getting involved. We also, for the first year, we did the event t-shirts. So how many people got an event t-shirt? They ordered ahead, and we only distributed them at the event in the past. This year, we permitted people that weren't coming here to purchase the t-shirt. And when I get home to Georgia, there's 80 people that I have to ship regalia to, because they could buy a shirt, a decal, all that online. So that's also going to go out for the first time. But we're up to 140 t-shirts that we were able to sell. This is also one of those events where we base the number of trophies based on the number of entries in the class. So if a lot of Yamaha show up, we'll probably go to 3 places. If few show up, competition class, very small, 1 trophy, like that. So we're trying to do it on a budget and bring more bikes. Bring more bikes. That's how it works. We talked about a couple of ground rules we've established over time, and that is no moving the bikes until the ceremony's over. It turns out to be a log jam, trailers, trucks, whatever, with that situation. So until we announce the end of it, no bikes move. Then we have the winners, the trophy winners for the magazine article. This will be a featured front page event. Stay for the group picture. So if you've got an award, stay for the group picture, which will be taken then. And George Martin, where's George? Oh, their eyes go too. The hair falls out, their eyes go, they get crippled, all of that. So I guess I'm joining the parade. So George is going to do the group picture at the end. Now, the last event for this weekend for members is the parade laps. You didn't have to pre-register for that, you just have to be a member. You show up here tomorrow at 10 a.m. and you're a member, you have to sign 2 waivers. 2 waivers. One for the Barber folks, one for our club, VJMC. When you sign those waivers, we will put a little dot on your headlight that says you've signed the waivers to everybody. Because in the past, we've had other kind of renegade folks get in line and go out on the track on motocross bikes and stuff like that. So I don't care what they do, that's not our job, but everybody that rides with us has to have that dot on the headlight. So that's tomorrow, 10 a.m. How many people are riding? How many people are coming tomorrow to ride? 1, 2. Oh, there we go.
What time is the ride?
6. Time to ride.
What time is the ride?
10 a.m. is when we gather to sign the waivers. We might ride at 11. We might ride at 11:30. So it's hurry up and wait, just like the military. Right? If you've been there, hurry up and wait is the motto. So let's start.
Okay.
For those people that have tickets, right, for voting, we have $100. Okay, this is a $100 online gift certificate for We Bike Japan. The website is japan.webike.net, and they specialize in motorcycle parts. There's a lot of late model stuff and custom parts that you can't find anywhere else. They also have vintage parts, including the recently introduced line of reproduction tanks for some amazing models. Yeah. And Floyd was able to negotiate this, and so how about a round of applause for Floyd?
Thank you, Floyd.
Anybody else want to bring benefactors to us? We'd be happy to share them at these events. So, what do you have for the winning ticket? Your last 3 digits are 269. If you have the last 3 digits at 269, you get, oh, good. award ceremony, we'll do some of the door prizes. The door prizes are going to be the license plates. Great for that. So we're going to begin with the Tiddler class, very much like the ballots were. It's a people's choice judging, and we had 140 ballots, 114 ballots, and 80 bikes in the overall show. So good representation, but we can use over 200 in the future. The more entries, more awards, all of that. First place for the Tiddler group, second place for the Tiddler group is 1970 Honda CT70 owned by Mike Montague. So Mike, come on up here. Got second place. There we go. Step in front of the camera. Geraldine is our trophy girl. All right. First place in the Tiddler class is the 1957 Tohatsu owned by Barry Schoenberger. Barry, come on down. Hey, knock it off. All right. We had third place for People's Choice 1950s to 1980s Yamaha is the Y-2, the 1972 R5 C350 owned by Ward Humphreys. Ward Humphreys, is he here? Come on out here in the daylight. All right, second place. People's Choice 1950s, 80s Yamaha was the Y10 1973 RT3-360 owned by Dennis Troutman. Dennis, come on down. All right, Dennis, stay right here because first place winner was Dennis with his 1984 Yamaha RZ350. That's the bike on the back of the gray t-shirts for this event, the RZ350. Now we get to the People's Choice 1950s to 1960s Honda. Third place was H-2, the 1967 CL77 owned by Richard Harms. Richard Harms. Richard here? Oh, there he is. All right. Thank you. Second place, People's Choice 1950s, 1960s Honda was the 1969 CB750 owned by Larry Hardy. Larry Hardy. First place, People's Choice 1950s, 1960s Honda was H3, the 1965 CB77 owned by Mike Woods. Mike Woods. Mike in the house? All right. He's a big fan. Now, People's Choice 1970s Honda under 500cc. Second place here was HH8, the 1972 CL350 Flying Dragon, owned by Craig Corrado. Craig Corrado. People like that psychedelic paint job.
Yeah.
All right, excellent, excellent. Thanks for bringing it out. And first place for the People's Choice 1970s Honda under 500 cc's was HH5, the owner of the 1974 XL 250 was Lloyd Neller. Second place for the Flying Dragon.
Oh, okay. We had second and third.
Got a third? All right.
Yeah, so we'll get it back.
Right.
Call them back up.
All right. Can you bring that up? We've got a second place there for the CL 350. Oh. Craig Corrado. Craig Corrado. All right. Can't read my own writing here. That's the
Can I
second.
get this back?
Say that.
You get a bigger one.
Yeah. That was it. Here.
A bigger one. Bigger one?
Let's try it. Second place.
There you go. You get a bigger one.
Thank you very much.
All right. First place, the 1970s Honda's under 500 cc was, the winner was Lloyd Neller with the 1974 XL 250. All right, People's Choice 1970s Honda over 500 cc. The second place winner was HZ6, the 1973 CB750, owned by William Bratter. That's great. Good? Yeah. And first place for the People's Choice 1970s Honda over 500 cc's was Buck Mitchell. Buck Mitchell, HZ5, 1970. Now we get to the People's Choice 1980s, 1990s Hondas. Second place goes to the HD7, the 1987 Honda NSR 250, owned by Jason Pugsley. Jason. He just finished that for this show. So he was talking about, having it ready. I said, send a photo when it's ready. And so made sure he was able to come. Now, first place for 1980s, 1990s Honda was HD9, the 1984 Honda CX650E, owned by Ed Holman. Ed Holman, where's that? All right. No problem, you're around slow people all day here. We're old timers. If you're under 50, we call you a kid. Like that. One day you'll be over 50.
They're slow till you try to keep up with them on a mountain road.
All right. Here we go. Let's move on to Suzuki here. Third place. People's. Ready? All right. You got third place? All right. You second. Second place Suzuki here is the S3, owned by Richard Harms, the 1974 GT750. That's that triple winner. It's rare you see these vehicles out in the day. bring it out. First place, People's Choice Best Suzuki was S-7, the 1969 T125 Stinger, owned by Terry Sells from Indiana. So Terry, nice red color, first year. So we've got second place, the best Kawasaki's, the 1974 Z1A, owned by Jerome Dempsey. Is Jerome here?
All right. Come on, Mike, get a photo.
All right. First place, the best Kawasaki's here is the K-6 1976 Z750, owned by Craig Corrado. Craig. You eventually got a first place. There you go. All right. And bring it. The People's Choice competition class here. Winner was the C-2 1971 Kawasaki H1R, owned by Mike McSween. Mike, beautiful bikes. We have more awards. Sorry. I screwed up. I was worried about getting the right list into the magazine, and I put it in my notebook so I don't lose it. Right? What I do, lose it for the live ceremony. So, we've got some show merit awards to give out. These are nice plaques, and the first one goes to 1977 Yamaha RD400, owned by Dwayne Helsler. Is Dwayne here?
Yeah, right here, Tom.
All right, there you go. And we do the show the show merit awards. If we gave more places than 3 places, these would be those bikes. So it's not really boasting to say I won 4th place like that. So large class is multiple winners here. And a show merit award goes to the 71 Honda SL350, owned by Greg Murray. All right, Greg. There you go. In the wrapper. All right, the third show merit award goes to the 1972 owner of the Suzuki TS400, John Lee. So if John Lee's here,